There are places on this planet that feel more like scenes from another world. Places where nature is in charge, where rules break down, and where simply being there could cost you your life. These are not ordinary travel destinations. They are places filled with danger, risk, and mystery. Some are terrifying because of their deadly creatures. Others are harsh because of heat, cold, or chemical reactions in the air or water. And some are quiet reminders of human mistakes with consequences that still linger today. Just off the coast of Brazil, there's an island that's completely closed to the public. It's known as Snake Island. From a distance, it looks calm, covered in green trees, surrounded by bright blue ocean. But what lies beneath the canopy is something truly frightening. This tiny island is home to thousands of golden lancehead vipers, one of the most venomous snakes in the world. The snake's venom is so powerful, it can melt flesh and kill in under an hour. Some reports say there's one snake for every square meter. Imagine walking just a few steps and possibly stepping on a deadly predator. Even the Brazilian Navy forbids casual visits. Only a few scientists with government approval are allowed to land, and they always go with medical support. There are no roads, no safe paths, no rescue nearby. Nature dominates this island completely. It's one of those places that reminds us how little control we really have. In a very different part of the world, tucked inside the United States, there's a desert so extreme it has earned a terrifying name. Death Valley, located in eastern California, this is the hottest place on Earth. In 1913, the temperature here hit 134 degrees Fahrenheit, or 56.7 degrees Celsius, and that record still stands today. It's dry, silent, and endless. Tourists still visit, often just to take photos at places like Furnace Creek or Badwater Basin. But this desert isn't something you can take lightly. People have died after short walks without enough water. Vehicles break down, cell service disappears, and the heat can become deadly in just a few minutes. In one recent case, a man went for a hike and never returned. Rescuers later found that his car had broken down and he had tried to walk for help, only to collapse in the heat. The Park Service has warnings posted everywhere. Don't hike after 10 a.m., stay hydrated, don't rely on your car. And yet, every year some ignore the warnings. The result is often tragic. Death Valley is beautiful in its own way, but it reminds you that heat can be just as deadly as any wild animal. Thousands of miles away in northern Ukraine lies a different kind of danger. It's invisible, it doesn't smell, you can't feel it until it's too late. This is the Chernobyl exclusion zone. In 1986, a nuclear reactor at the Chernobyl power plant exploded, releasing radioactive material into the air. It was one of the worst nuclear disasters in history. The explosion and the fire that followed forced over 100,000 people to evacuate. Today, a 30-kilometer radius around the plant remains heavily restricted. Some areas are open to guided tour, but others are completely off-limits. Radiation still lingers in the soil, buildings, and trees. The abandoned city of Pripyat feels like a frozen memory. Children's toys still sit on school desks. Ferris wheels rust in silence. Nature is slowly reclaiming the area, but the danger hasn't gone. Visitors are given strict safety instructions: stay on the path, don't touch anything, don't eat or drink outdoors. Even with precautions, exposure is possible. Some tourists carry Geiger counters to measure radiation. You can hear the clicking get louder in certain areas, reminding you that the danger is still very real. Chernobyl isn't just a story from the past. It's a living reminder of how human mistakes can create long-lasting harm. If we travel to northeastern Ethiopia, we find a place that looks like it doesn't belong on Earth at all. The Danakil Depression is a land of burning heat, toxic gases, acid pools, and shifting ground. It's one of the hottest inhabited places in the world, with temperatures regularly going above 50 degrees Celsius. The ground here bubbles with volcanic activity. Bright yellow sulfur springs, boiling lava lakes, and salt-covered plains stretch across the land. The air often smells like rotten eggs due to the high sulfur content. Some areas release gases so toxic that explorers must wear gas masks just to breathe. It's dangerous, but strangely beautiful. Even in this harsh environment, some people survive. The Afar people mine salt from the earth, cutting slabs by hand and transporting them by camel across the desert. Scientists who visit must carry all their supplies, including breathing gear and satellite phones. Equipment often fails in the heat. Batteries die, cameras overheat. It's a place where nature constantly reminds you that it's still in control. And then there's a lake in Tanzania that looks like a mirror from the sky, but is as deadly as it is beautiful. Lake Natron lies in northern Tanzania, near the border with Kenya. Its surface can reach 60 degrees Celsius. The water has a high pH level, close to 10.5, making it nearly as caustic as ammonia. The lake's color shifts from red to orange, depending on the season, due to salt-loving microorganisms. Birds that crash into the lake's surface sometimes die and become preserved, almost like statues. Photographer Nick Brandt captured images of these calcified animals, and the photos quickly went viral. The lake can burn human skin, and stepping into it without protection is dangerous. Despite all this, flamingos breed here in huge numbers. Their bodies have adapted to the harsh chemical environment, using the safety of the lake to protect their nests from predators. But for humans, it's a place that must be respected from a distance. It's stunning to look at, but not to touch. Each of these places is unique. Their danger comes from different sources: snakes, heat, radiation, chemicals. But they all share one thing. They remind us of how powerful and untamed our world still is. Even with technology, maps, and safety gear, nature still has the final say. Some of these places are off-limits for good reason. Others are open, but demand careful planning and deep respect. They're not places for casual visits. They're places that challenge the limits of human survival, and they show us that Earth is still full of mystery and risk. Would you ever want to see one of these places up close? Or is it better to admire them from a safe distance, through stories, pictures, and the lens of others? Either way, they're real, and they're waiting.